Welcome to a Path of Titans stream, of course. We are playing Brachios. Oh, shoot. We were planning on playing a Brachiosaurus. Why is that not working? Should be working. I hope so. I hope it's working. Yes, welcome everyone. Welcome everyone who's currently joining the stream. Hopefully everything is working properly. Should be. I don't know why it wouldn't be. We should be on the correct thing here. Why is this? What happened to my thing? Hold on one second, ladies and gentlemen. All right. How's everyone doing today? Or tonight? Whatever it may be. Hello, hello, hello. Looks like things are working quite nicely. There we go. Not sure why that wasn't loading up beforehand. But yeah, today we are playing the Brachiosaurus mod, which looked pretty darn cool. I quite like the way that it looks. I loaded up like right before I started streaming. And that was right when they like reset the server. Because, you know, that's typically what happens. Pretty nice mod overall. Howdy, howdy, everyone. Playing some Paleo Pines. Awesome. That sounds like fun. When did it come out? I think it was like a few days ago. You know, it's I think it's been like a little bit of time has elapsed since they released it. And it looks pretty nice. Like I really like the way that the model looks. The animations look pretty good. Obviously there's some inaccuracies here and there, but still it's pretty darn good. I have one singular question. Have you heard of Maryland Bird ID? I don't believe I have. Yes, hello everyone. Welcome to everybody who's now just joining. We're just gonna try to survive as Brachiosaurus. I'm very scared because I'm pretty small right now. The life of a Brachiosaurus and any sauropod for that matter is that you are kind of vulnerable when you first hatched. Dino Guy, did you know there was a Giganotosaurus fossil discovery back in April 2025? They said that the new fossils would bring big news about the animal. No, I did not know about that. I'm excited to see it published then, if that's the case. Always really exciting stuff. Have I read the book Dinosaurs Rediscovered? Yes, I have. I have it on my shelf right behind me. I'm looking right at it. Pretty good book. I think it covered a lot of bases. It was pretty fun overall. Love your videos, broski. Thank you, broski. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'm glad that you guys like my videos. Thank you for watching. Carrion. Well, I am opportunistic from time to time. I will take that. You're still reading it? It's a good book. Have you ever read Raptor Red? So I started to read it like a year ago, I believe. And I never managed to finish it. I plan on finishing it at some point, though. It was good. You know, from what I read, it was good. I liked it. You're playing right now with Brachii and prior extinction. It's hard to survive as a subadult. Yeah, I'd imagine. So, oh my gosh, there's a Hatzegopteryx just sitting up there menacingly. And I'm not fully grown, so I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of in a precarious spot right now. It's like in the middle of a canyon. Actually, I'm leaving without making sure. Oh, geez, don't look in this direction. Oops, look it over here. Don't do it. Oh. Yeah, okay. Oh, God. Don't. I think it's fully grown, which is what's making me nervous right now. I feel like a Magyarosaurus on Hatzeg Island. Okay. It's gone, methinks. We're just going to keep going. We're just going to keep on going. Drawing... Oh, hello, Kanadi. You're drawing Thornstride, Chimane, and Terramia. Nice, dude. Sounds awesome. I am actually going to make dinosaur action figures like Creative Beast Studios. Awesome. That's always an awesome thing. Okay. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to eat some food real quick, get some water, make sure everything's full before I go on my journey, and give that give some time in between the point in which I saw that Hatzegopteryx and the time in which it left. Did Brachiosaurus have a head bump like Giraffe Titan, or did it have a Camarasaurus like head bump? Like males had the head bump and females had the Camarasaurus head shape. As far as the sexual dimorphism goes, we don't really know. That's always difficult to deduce from the fossils alone, especially when you can't differentiate which one is a male and which one is a female. It's certainly possible, but we just don't know. As far as what it looked like, it was a little bit more similar to a Camarasaurus, but it's like actually, if you look at this model, this is actually not really too far off of a head bump. Like it's a lot more gradual than that of Giraffe Titan. Giraffe Titan had like, the bump started and then it dipped down sharply and then it went to the rest of the nasal. Whereas Brachiosaurus, the bump was there, but it was just a bit more gradual, kind of like Camarasaurus in a way. I hear something swimming. Oh, it's a critter. Okay. I was like, is that a player? Brachie eating animation is solid. Yeah, I quite like it. Drinking animation too. Looks pretty good. I really like the animations in general so far from what I've seen. Imagine if that whole space in front of the bump was just covered in fat. I don't know about fat specifically, but there is a possibility that there was soft tissue there. In fact, that was something that was kind of shown off in the newest Walking with Dinosaurs with Lusotitan, which is a brachiosaurid, which means that's a close relative to Brachiosaurus. They kind of like put the fact that they had huge nares, which are the nasal openings, to good use by putting these inflatable balloons, which it's possible. Soft tissue seldom preserves. So there's a lot of mystery in that department. I hate the drinking animations of the Therizinosaurus in Jurassic World Evolution 3. He just stabs its claws into the ground to get a drink. They're interesting. I give them points for creativity, that's for sure. What do I think about sauropod trunks? They didn't have them. Their skulls are just not built for that. That is something that was proposed in the past, and it was examined, but no evidence for that has been found. They had nostrils that look like this. It's just hard to get the correct angle. Yeah, you see where the nostrils sit on this Brachiosaurus model? That is the consensus right now. Not at the top of the head. It wasn't a trunk. Something quite like that. Giraffe Titan inspired Jurassic Park's Brachio. Didn't quite inspire it. It just simply is that. Because, I've talked about this several times, but the Jurassic Park Brachiosaurus is based off of Giraffe Titan bronchi. And the reason for that is because at the time that Jurassic Park was being made, it was believed that Giraffe Titan was simply just another species of Brachiosaurus, which was way more complete than the North American species. And so reconstructions of Brachiosaurus were simply just based off of the African species. Later, we found out that they were simply just too distinct from each other, and so Giraffe Titan was just it was made into its own genus, that being Giraffe Titan again. Which means that technically speaking, the Jurassic Park Brachiosaurus is simply just Giraffe Titan because it was based off of those fossils. Kind of in the same way that the Jurassic Park Velociraptor, skeletally speaking, is basically the, Deinonychus. Quick question. How do you find dinosaurs that had patterns? How do you find dinosaurs that had patterned skins or feathers? They need to be exquisitely preserved for something like that to be preserved. And oftentimes you're seeing like the impression. Like, take, for example, in the Yixian Formation, volcanic ash is a perfect way to preserve feathers because it kind of like flattens the feathers into a little bit of an imprint. And that's why we find so many Chinese dinosaurs that have feathers, because there was a lot of volcanic activity in that area, especially in the Yixian Formation. It's certainly possible in other types of sediment, but it's very frequent in something like that. Was Deinosuchus related to crocodiles since both had salt glands and since both are part of the Crocodilidae family? And if so, would it be related more to saltwater crocodiles? The last paper actually seems to suggest that it's not a crocodilian at all, which means that it's not closely related. Well, it's not too closely related to crocodiles nor alligators. Rather, it's simply just a crocodiliform outside of that. Now, I'm sure that more research is needed to figure that out, but I think that's where we are. Did the hat go extinct? No, it just doesn't fit on the headset. The hats will never go extinct. I have been watching you for so long, and you got me much deeper into paleontology. It is really awesome to catch you on a stream. Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks for joining. Um, what did Brachiosaurus's feet look like? Basically like this. It's hard to see from here, but their forelimbs are kind of like pillars, except they had like a really pronounced toe claw that was kind of like facing on the inside of their foot, and their back feet had like individual toes that curved to the side. Their sauropod feet are interesting. What dinosaur has the most aura in your opinion? I think Giganotosaurus carolini. The lacrimal ridges and the long skull is so skull. um, I know that you didn't mean to. I'm sure you didn't mean to put skull secondly, but the whole idea of just like, man, that skull is so skull. As far as most aura, I don't know, honestly. I never really put too much thought into that. Because personally, I'm just gonna say Spinosaurus. I think it's a fantastic looking dinosaur. Meant to say cool. That's what I thought. But I'm gonna use that now. I'm just gonna say, oh man, that skull is so skull. That is like a perfect thing to say. I don't know why. Hey, Dino Guy, what's your favorite paleontology discovery so far of 2026 up until April? So as far out of all of the published work that has happened so far, probably no surprise, my favorite thing is the Spinosaurus mirabilis description. That was huge. You know, it was like it was really fantastic to see everybody's art after the paper was published. It was fantastic to see everybody's videos. And it's just a great discovery in general. You know, a second species of Spinosaurus. That's awesome, you know, and I was really happy about that. After over 100 years of knowing about Spinosaurus, finally have another species in the genus, its closest relative thus far. That is really awesome stuff. Okay, I'm trying to like complete a few easy quests so that I can get a little bit of growth in. Where am I? So I'm closest to... Yeah, I'm closest to the waystone, so I'm just going to head towards there. What growth is my Brachio on right now? I think it's still on juvenile. I just started not too long ago. Yeah, we're almost to adolescent, but not quite. The new Metabarosaurus reconstruction became cool to me after warming up to it and even drawing it. That's a very cool one too. I'm excited about that. There's a lot of people that are upset about it. But with me, I'm never upset about learning new things about these animals, you know. Even if the Metabarosaurus looks a little bit stranger than it used to, I still love it. It is still firmly my favorite Australian dinosaur. Just the whole idea that we get to learn a little bit more about it is really fun. Oh my gosh. There is another Brachiosaurus over there. My rule of thumb is that I'm always like really cautious about around other people, because a lot of the time if I try to like trust them a little bit too much, they attack me. So I'm going to be very cautious with this giant Brachiosaurus over here. Oh my gosh, it's so big and it's coming. I'm so scared. I know I probably have no reason to be scared. Sometimes people are really friendly, and this server is not really, I don't think this is really a KOS server, but it still has me sweating. Not gonna lie. Such cool noises, though. I really like the noises. Are you talking to me? No, you're not speaking to me. Hi, don't hurt me, please. You look awesome. Oh, look, there's a Styracosaurus down there. Hi. That looks cool. They really nailed the proportions of Brachiosaurus quite well. And the fact that its forelimbs are higher than its hind limbs, it's a cool looking dinosaur. Looks like that Styracosaurus has the Stellosaurus variant on. Hello. Hello. All right, well, the Brachiosaurus did not attack me, so I did not have a reason to be scared. They did awesome with Brachiosaurus. I agree. I mean, it's like, especially seeing the fully grown one, it has like the same presence that you would expect it to have. Like, you know, anytime a Brachiosaurus enters a room, the room just goes silent. Yeah, that's a weird way to put it. What did I just hear? Why is the Stellosaurus variant of the Styracosaurus running? Oh my gosh. Oh no. We might not make it, guys. It's ready. I'm doing all I can, but I don't think I'm gonna survive this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there's two of them. Ugh. Classic Carcharodontosaurids going after sauropods. That is canon, probably, especially younger sauropods. Not Brachiosaurus. Per my knowledge, there's no Carcharodontosaurids in the formation that Brachiosaurus inhabited. All right. Fortunately, I was not too far along with that one. So we will continue on our journey. Well, damn. Yeah, I expected that. I imagine you're pretty vulnerable as a young sauropod, which I like that. I like the fact that you're a little bit more vulnerable as a young sauropod because that's likely pretty accurate to real-life sauropods. Their biggest defense was the fact that they grew quickly to achieve large sizes. Once they reach the largest that they can reach, then they're relatively safe, of course, unless they become injured or sick or old. They're too old to simply defend themselves. So I like the fact that because I'm younger, I'm a little bit more of a target. Makes a lot of sense, Is Allosaurus still considered a Carcharodontosaurid? No, Allosaurus is an Allosaurid. It kind of goes the other way around. Allosaurids, Allosauroids, is the group that gave rise to Carcharodontosaurids. So Allosaurus predates Carcharodontosauridae. What was my favorite Hammond collection figure? That would have to be the Hammond collection Spinosaurus. I really think they did a good job on that. I know there was a lot of criticism about the paint job and whatnot, but I thought it was good. When is the many interpretations of Muttaburrasaurus coming out? Eventually. I'm not too sure when. I'm still trying to figure out my schedule. I've been getting real busy recently because I've had a lot of paleo things going on with the museum and some Zoom calls that I've had to go into. So it's like I've been trying to figure out when I can get games out in a decent manner. But eventually. Anyways, I got killed by so many creatures in this game. Yeah, same. Typically, I'm dying from critters, though. Dino Guy, I'm planning to make a long film series about anthropomorphic dinosaurs. Just finished the prototype of the script. Nice. That'll be awesome. What museum do you go to? I work at the Morrison Museum of Natural History in Morrison, Colorado. Fantastic place. Go and check it out if you haven't. If you're in that area, of course. Morrison's like near Denver, Colorado. It's a fantastic place to visit. Bye, Dino Guy. Gotta go. Okay, thank you for joining, Acro Guy. Appreciate you hanging around for a little bit. Also, welcome to all of our new viewers. I noticed there was like some extra people joining, so welcome. We're playing as Brachiosaurus in good old Path of Titans. Where am I going? What's the plan now? Hey, oh, look, I was in Dry Fang Canyon, and look at that. Yes, there was like a lot of people here. You're planning on going to the Morrison Museum? Awesome. Definitely go and visit. There's a lot of really awesome people there. Okay, so if I head back into Dry Canyon, there's a good chance that those Carcharodontosaurids are going to attack me again. So really, I should adjust my course and start heading towards the home cave so I can complete some of those missions. Who wins, 1 billion a Neurognathus or 1,000 Allosaurus? 1 billion a Neurognathus. My money's on the Neurognathus. That is a lot of pterosaurs. All right, just got to make my way slowly down here. Huh. Who made that noise? There's a snake over there. Guaranteed the snake will attack me. All right, we're going. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm gonna fall off a little bit of a ledge. I'll try to check it out. I'm in Texas, so it's not too far from me. Oh, I gotta visit Texas again sometime. I might be going to Texas sometime here in the near future, but I'm not too sure when or if I'll be able to. Hey, Dino Guy. Good night. At least it's night here. Some time ago, I recommended you review a Minecraft add-on called Mesozoic Biology, and they are doing an update. Wanted to ask if you would want to have early access. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I'd always be down for something like that. I really like checking out Minecraft dinosaur mods. Those are always really fun. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that'd be really fun. I should check out Texas dinosaur tracks. I agree. There's a lot of really cool theropod tracks in Texas, most likely Acrocanthosaurus. And it's been a while since I've made a Texas trip, so I think I'm long overdue. Okay, this is probably... I'm just going to go down here. I'm going to make sure I'm keeping an eye out for larger theropods. How far back did that set... Whoops, did that set my growth? Okay, we're still an adolescent. It looks like it didn't really set us back too far. Cool. That is overall pretty groovy. That Brachiosaurus. Yeah, it's canon. Sauropods are probably pretty large individuals. Are you going to continue the Discord Paleoart videos? Because I want to submit one. Yeah, we have one going on right now, actually. If you sign on, go into the Discord server, there's, you know, and check out the announcement. There's a link to the channel that you can submit it. So yeah, just submit one piece if you want to join. Brontosaurus is valid, been revalidated since 2015. This is true. This is true. On the topic, Dino Guy, if, say, Acrocanthosaurus and Giganotosaurus were to duel, who would win? Well, Giganotosaurus is significantly heavier. So I'd probably give it to that. I do have a Discord server, yes. If you're interested in joining, the link for it is on my YouTube profile or in the description of any of my YouTube videos. And yeah, we oftentimes, I try to do some community events, like the aforementioned art video that someone just brought up, where people can submit their art and then hopefully it'll show up in a video. Though this time there was a lot of submissions. A lot of people did some work. It's insane. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to feature all of it, which is, I feel really bad about that. But I'm gonna try my best. Making our way. Okay, I'm just gonna sprint for the rest of the distance. We're gonna get in there. We're gonna take care of these, get some extra growth, dodge the critters, I guess. What would you think if Alderon added Eutypathotines as a Spinosaurus skin? Oh, that would be awesome. I'd be honored. That would be awesome. I'd be flattered, really. Okay. Let's get this. Bloop, 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 bloop. Alrighty, cool. Easy growth. Oh, and I unlocked Body Slam. Let's equip that. Body Slam kind of sounds fun. Small Brachiosaurus mission. The way it lies down is not accurate, though. Did you notice how it, like, kind of, like, folded one leg underneath its body? Kind of like an elephant. Reptiles are not really able to do that because they don't have the same flexibility that mammals do. The reason why elephants do that is because, again, they have that flexibility in their spine. Dinosaurs like Brachiosaurus would not be able to do that. Instead, they would just kind of like lay flat, like their legs going out to the front and then their, you know, their front legs and then their hind legs going out the back, just completely straight. All right, let's see this Body Slam. Is it back limb? Pulverize, a low damage directional attack. A back kick that deals heavy knockback. Front limb. There's body slam. Throw your weight to the left or right. Deals heavy damage and causes knockback. That might be useful. We will... Cool. Okay, yeah, that's probably better than what I had beforehand. All right, that's all we'll do for now. Do I think that most Path of Titans dinosaurs are accurate? Yeah, I think for the most part they do a pretty good job. Obviously, there's nitpicks here and there. But if I'm being completely honest, you could find nitpicks with practically any piece of dinosaur media. Even if they're like the most accurate piece of dinosaur media, you can find some things incorrect about them. That's the curse. That's the curse of being incredibly passionate about something like this. Okay, we're getting pretty large, too. Feathered dinosaurs are confirmed for the end of Oak Street. Ooh, really? That's awesome. Okay. That is good to hear. I really like seeing feathered dinosaurs. What dino would you guys eat if you got the chance? I don't know. Honestly, I never thought of that. Fun fact, Acrocanthosaurus was originally going to be in The Good Dinosaur. Is that right? That's an interesting fact that I didn't know. Thoughts on Zuniceratops? Well, it's an awesome ceratopsian, relatively small, which is always really fun. Oh, I can eat the bones. This probably happened at some point. So I have a question. So the first T-Rex was named after Manospondylus gigas, but it was based on fragmentary vertebrae. But later it was renamed to Tyrannosaurus rex. So which is T-Rex's real name? Tyrannosaurus. I don't think... I mean, it might have been, but I'm not too sure if Manospondylus was actually officially published. Which means that it wouldn't be the official name. Okay, we need to start doing some quests as well. So we can get our marks, and we can also grow a little bit quicker and, you know, be a little bit more ready to fight. Thoughts on Quetzalcoatlus and or Hatzegopteryx? Oh, they're awesome. I really like Asdarkaterasaurs, especially the larger ones, because it's just insane that creatures like that existed. Like, you have a pterosaur that is as tall as a giraffe. That is just... That's wild. The largest flying animals to ever exist. And it's just insane. I love it. Is the Brachiosaurus named Littlefoot or Jim? Just wondering. We'll go with Jim. Because why not? When we get Jurassic Park survival game, do you think that's pretty much all the dinosaur game genres we need? I'm not too sure. I don't know if I've put too much thought into what kind of dinosaur game genres I want. Survival will be cool. And I'm especially happy that we're finally getting a canon Jurassic franchise game. But I don't know. I don't know what else we can realistically want. I mean, I'm sure more folks want more dinosaur horror games. I like dinosaur. Oh, jeez. Oh, I missed it. See, this is my fate. This is my fate. Body slam. Body slam the son of a gun. Oh, we gotta go. I hate these things so much. I hate these things. I hate these things. Back up, 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 back up. Dude. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Scoop. These critters. Oh, I got stuck. Really? Really? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. We're fine. It's all right. We are fine. I'm gonna rest a minute. Oh, collect some milk cap, because why not? Alrighty, I'm gonna rest in the most obvious spot ever, because why not? As Darkids were basically IRL dragons in a way. By that I mean the closest thing to them we've ever had. Not that I think that they are dragons. They obviously weren't. Yeah, I certainly agree with that. They fit more descriptions of dragons than something like T-Rex, for example. What's my opinion about this mod? I like it so far. I mean, like, I'm a very simple guy when it comes to Path of Titans mods and just dinosaur games in general. If the models look good, I'm probably gonna like it. Oh, I dropped things. I'm dropping things. Hold on. And I do like this model. I think this is a very nice model. It certainly reminds me of Brachiosaurus a lot. Especially considering the fact that I chose the variant that is meant to be Brachiosaurus. So I like it. I think it's good. I don't know much about the abilities, and again, that's not something that I really get too caught up on. Like, I'm interested in that fact. Like, I remember for the longest time, people would ask me what's my main in Path of Titans, and I always said Spinosaurus, and then they would say, like, this was before the TLC, but they would always say something like, "What? Spinosaurus is terrible. Why do you like that?" I'm like, well, I like Spinosaurus. I don't know. Oh, I can eat rocks. Is it like gastroliths? I'm the owner of Mesozoic Biology. A potato fan told me that you were interested in getting early access, so I'm wondering how I could send you the add-on. A review from you would be awesome. Yeah, absolutely. You can find my email on my Instagram. I don't know if an email is a way to actually, is a viable way to do that, but yeah, if you just send me an email, then I could potentially set it up through there. If Brachiosaurus lived in the Jurassic, did it live with Allosaurus? Probably. I mean, they both lived in the Morrison Formation, but the issue is that the Morrison Formation was huge chunk of rock, basically. And it's hard to say which animals overlapped significantly and which didn't. I believe Allosaurus did overlap with Brachiosaurus, but I'm not too sure what the range is for Brachiosaurus. So I can't say for sure. Brachiosaurus clearly lived with Velociraptor and T-Rex. So many issues with that, which I know you're joking, but yeah. Who would win, North American Allosaurus or European Torvosaurus? Whichever one is heavier, which I believe is the European Torvosaurus. And we got all of the branches. Very good. I think I need to look for more milk cap mushrooms. Yeah, 4 of them to be specific. Wow, we are getting slow. That's how you know we're growing. Yeah, that would work. Thank you very much. We worked very hard on the update, and it's awesome to see interest from people. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm always really happy to check out Minecraft dinosaur mods and add-ons. Those are always some of my favorite videos to make. They're just always a huge pleasure to see. Oh, I can eat the branches too. Interesting. So yeah, thank you for basically for that chance. I appreciate that. Real question, what theropods do we actually know lived with Brachiosaurus? Again, I'm not too sure. I'm not too knowledgeable about the exact range of Brachiosaurus. I know a decent amount about the Morrison Formation, but just a specific part of it. Like the specific part that I live near. And Brachiosaurus doesn't live in that part of, or at least it hasn't been found in that part of the Morrison Formation. The largest dinosaur that's been found in the portion of the Morrison Formation that I'm most familiar with is Apatosaurus. like still they're like as of right now, none of the quarries have shown any Brachiosaurus fossils, so I'm not too familiar with its exact territory. I'm familiar with it as a dinosaur, just not its exact location. What was the apex predator of the Jurassic period? I forgot. Well, it depends on where you are in the world, of course. In North America, of course, you had Allosaurus. That would be like the most. In fact, it was like the most prominent theropod dinosaur in North America. And in Portugal, you'd probably be looking at something like Torvosaurus. In other parts of the world, you'd be looking at different theropods as well. Okay, so they want me to go to that waystone. I think I want to go to, the desert waystone. Those Carcharodontosaurs have to be gone by now, right? I'd imagine so. Favorite design from the beasts of the Mesozoic? Oh, I'm really liking their Ceratosaurus. I have it pre-ordered. I'm very excited for that. I'd say the largest predator of the Jurassic was an ichthyosaur. Oh, yeah, you're probably right about that. I wasn't even considering the oceans, but that is a fair point. Do you think that Megalania could be brought back since viable DNA has to be 1 million years old and Megalania went extinct 40 to 50,000 years ago? Do you think that it is possible? Probably not. I think I've never heard about DNA being viable a million years ago because it breaks down really quick, like over the course of thousands of years. So I don't think the DNA would have survived by that point. Do you plan on making a video about my favorite marine reptile, Tanystropheus? I have in the past, and I'm always willing to make more. Tanystropheus is a really interesting reptile that I quite like. I quite like. It's very long neck, huge in comparison to the rest of its body. It's interesting. Keep moving. I'm in another really awkward position in the middle of a canyon. Pretty sure that all we need to do is bring Komodo dragons to Australia and they will allegedly grow big again. Yeah, but by that point you wouldn't really have Megalania. You would have a brand new species that was adapted for a larger area. Haven't there been talks to bring back Komodo dragons? Australia is missing a lot of its Pleistocene fauna, that's for sure. One of them being the large varanids, or the larger varanids. Have I heard of the Tully monster? Yes, I've actually made a video about that guy. Varanus gigas. I like it. I like the way you think. Varanus gigas. that would be kind of cool, though. Any plans on making a video about dinosaur cryptids? Maybe. I need to get some cryptozoology books first because, even though I find the subject interesting, I'm not too knowledgeable about it. One Arthropleura versus 5 Meganeura? I don't know. Maybe Arthropleura. Not too sure. Every noise they make puts me on edge. Colossal makes Komodo dragons big, then just slaps the name Megalania onto it. Precisely. That is exactly what they would do. That's all those dire wolves were. Although they weren't Komodo dragons. They were gray wolves. I'm going to keep eating gastroliths because it makes me feel like an actual sauropod. Sauropods might have actually done that. Imagine meeting a Nothosaurus in real life. What's the first thing you do? Be very wary and kind of keep my distance. Have you seen those teeth? Horrifying. That reminds me, I got to pre-order the Ceratosaurus too. You should, dude. It looks really good. I love the colors that they gave it. You got the Cryolophosaurus, didn't you? I've been thinking about getting that one. It looks pretty nice. I quite like the colors they gave that. Colossal makes a great white large and calls it a megalodon. Classic Colossal. I'm missing, like, what am I missing here? So I don't really want to cross over there. Looks like there's a way to get up, cross it, though. So maybe, I don't know. Is it practical? Is there a way for me to cross this? Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay. I'm just going to cross it. Making his way downtown, nice and slow. Yeah, man, this is canon. Can you make a video about the 1982 Dinosauroids? I could. I have a book that talks about them, so I might, actually. That is always an interesting topic. Oh, hello! I am significantly larger than you, little Carnotaurus. You better run. You better run. Don't stalk me like that. That makes me feel like you have friends that are just waiting to pop out. It puts me on edge. Don't try it. I will hit you with my tail and it will send you into next week. I mean it. Was that a broadcast or was that an aggressive? I'm not too sure. I'm really nervous. I don't know if it has buddies that are going to come out. I don't want to be jumped by multiple theropods. Oh, I hear things. I'm gonna keep moving. Okay. We're getting there. Oh man. It's probably following me. This is the desert. This is where I died last time, everybody. I have a lot of bad memories here. I am significantly larger than I was last time, though. But I feel like if there's multiple people attacking me, there's probably not much I can do. I don't play this game nearly enough to be considered good at it. And, of course, it is a hot zone right now. Okay, well, we just... Wait, where's... I could have sworn... Wasn't... Oh, yeah, that's right. It was back here, wasn't it? Yeah, it's underneath the... Okay. That's our goal, guys. Get to the waystone so we can get more easy marks and growth points. Are there other people in the game? Yes. This is a multiplayer game. All of the other dinosaurs that you see running around are other players. The only things that are not are the critters, which are small little creatures that are not playable. I can eat some cactus. Of course I got it. He's my guy. Yeah. I also like the colors for the, is it a Carcharodontosaurus, the beast of the Mesozoic has? They recently unveiled their Acrocanthosaurus. The colors on that is really cool. I love that. Have I played Dino Blade? No, I have not. It's been on my radar, but I just haven't had the chance to play it. You're going to pre-order the Spicomelis? Fantastic idea. I really want the Spicomelis too. Did some Brachiosaurs live in the Cretaceous? I am not too sure of any Brachiosaurids that made it into the Cretaceous period. Like, that's not to say they didn't. I have no knowledge of it. So maybe. I think it was mostly just Titanosaurs when you get into the Cretaceous. Oh man, we have a long ways to go. I don't have any more rooms on my shelves for figures. I have the same problem right now. I'm gonna be buying a new shelf here pretty soon, and that should solve my problem for like another half a year. Maybe a little bit longer if I can stretch it. What did Dimetrodon eat? It was a meat eater. There's some evidence that it ate some amphibious animals like Diploculus. So it might have actually spent some time around some like marshy environments, some water, and it might have dug up some Diploculus from time to time to eat them. Message to Dino Guy, Sonorosaurus. Is that a Brachiosaurus that made it to the Cretaceous? You believe in me? Thank you. Thank you. Someone needs to. You're better at it than me. I appreciate it. I highly doubt that, though. Okay, I also need water, I've noticed, but I think I could probably get some down here. Do I think that a carnivorous long neck is possible? If we're talking about sauropods specifically, then uh, maybe it would require some very interesting environmental pressures. And of course, we haven't found any evidence for that, that's for sure. Unless we're talking about like some basal sauropodomorphs, which it seems like some of them, at the very least, were omnivorous. So there's a step in that direction. But that's like going way, way back, and they're not true sauropods. They're in the Sauropodomorpha group, the precursor to sauropods. Okay, there's water down there, isn't there? Ah, it's a cavern. I should have known. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. I'm not. I still have half my thirst bar. What dinosaur do you think would have lived in mountains? I can see dwarf sauropods / sauropodomorphs for some reason. Uh, there's a wide range of possibility of what kind of dinosaurs lived in mountains. The issue is that we just, who knows if we've really found any evidence of mountainous dinosaurs. There's a really cool piece done by somebody that depicts a mountain going hadrosaur, which is very much possible, but it's like it'd be difficult to confirm if something like that actually existed because we just don't have the fossils for it, because the conditions to preserve there's a theropod up there. The conditions to preserve fossils are not really present in mountainy environments. The same goes for things like rainforests and whatnot. So smaller sauropods, I'm sure, are possible as well. Try playing Ark. I've tried before. It's not really my cup of tea. But I'm sure I'll play it again sometime, but yeah. Is prosauropod a junior word for sauropodomorph? I mean, yeah, a lot of people call them prosauropods, but like that's not like, I don't believe that's actually an official name, which is why I never use it. Have you seen the Godzilla -0 trailer? Yes, I am very excited for that movie. I really liked -1. Okay, well, I certainly don't know the. Oh, this is actually near where I died, isn't it? Maybe. I don't remember. Maybe not. I feel like I saw this. I think I walked right by it or something. Ever heard of the book Dinosaur Empire by Abby Howard? I think I've heard of it, but I haven't read it. Is being an herbivore in Path of Titan's hard? I don't know. Honestly, I don't think. Again, I don't play. I don't play it nearly enough to really have an accurate frame of reference or data set. My hair keeps falling in my eyes. I gotta get a haircut. I always try. With the long hair, but then it gets really hot in Colorado, and it's like difficult to run in the heat when you have long hair. I keep hearing a bird too. It's always an easy quest to do. Okay, we're making it. Finding herbivorous food is hard for some reason for me. Well, you know, with certain servers in these maps, eventually you just kind of like learn where all of the food is, and it's not too much of an issue. Oh, there are theropods. There's 2 theropods. 2 Carcharodontosaurids. They might be the same ones that killed me last time. I am a tree. I am a tree. I am unseen. Am I a subadult? I am, right? Yeah, just barely. Barely a subadult. Are you the first of your family to make dinosaurs your life? Yes, I am. I am indeed. I was the dinosaur kid of the family. There's a pterosaur as well. I'm really nervous to try to move in there. They're literally right where I need to go. Tyranotitan is one of the most underrated theropods. It's a cool one. I wish we knew a little bit more about it, though. It's pretty fragmentary. I'm thinking of starting a Beast of the Mesozoic collection. Which one should I start with? I would get one. I don't know. It depends on what your favorite dinosaur is. Honestly, that's my recommendation. If you like the animal, then just, you know, I would get that figure. Like my first one was Pachyrhinosaurus, and I got it because I love Pachyrhinosaurus. It's my favorite ceratopsian. So that just boils down to personal preference, in my opinion. I wish Beast of the Mesozoic had a Brachiosaurus. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. I have to go. Take care, Dino. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for hanging out. What's my favorite dinosaur? Yours is Velociraptor mongoliensis. Fantastic choice. I am quite privy to Spinosaurus, both Egypticus and Mirabilis. Something tells me that pterosaur is going to rat me out. I'm very close. Giganosaurus carolini. That's an awesome choice as well. See you later. I'm going to bounce. Thank you for dropping by as well. Thank you guys for hanging out. You have a Spinosaurus tooth? Nice. So do I. Birds count as flying dinosaurs, of course. Yeah, many of them are quite capable at flying. I still want to get the Hammond Collection T-Rex, though. I've seen that thing go for $200 to $500. Yeah. Unfortunately, with Hammond collection figures like that, if you don't get them when they're like officially in stock, they're going to be really expensive. I'm really sad that I wasn't collecting figures, like officially collecting figures when they released the Irritator, because I desperately want that, but now it's expensive. Okay, I hear extra thumping. I think it's probably the theropods somewhere around here. I don't see them though. Hmm. Yeah, I don't see anything. Okay. All right. This, do this, do that, do this. Cool. All right. The quote unquote easy missions. Oh, there's a brachiosaur. Oh, it's 2 brachiosaurs. Okay. Okay. I think one of them is the one I saw earlier. I still don't quite trust them, because again, that just comes from personal appearance, not appearance, experience. Mixing words up for some reason. What do you think of the Path of Titans Dino-Kyrus? Oh, it looks great. It looks great. I love its model. There is an EO Triceratops in front of me. Again, I am nervous to be near that. Aren't I safe near a waystone, though? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've read the news. Or the rules, not the news. Please don't attack me. Please don't attack me. Please don't attack me. Yo, Tricane finding a Brachio. I don't know, man. You never know with some players. I'm not confident in my abilities. Can't get up there that way, man. Oh, there's a little Deinonychus. Why are they following me, guys? I'm scared. Okay. Cool skin, though. It's cool skin. I need to go and get some water now. That's my next objective. Let's get out of this godforsaken desert and let's go and get some water. You should be more confident. Never. Never. I'd go with Taurosaurus. What about Taurosaurus? I think I'll make an action figure of Camarasaurus in 135 scale, and I will present to my class on paleontology soon. That would be awesome. What is my favorite figure in my collection? That's always a tough one. I really like my Mesozoic Life Spinosaurus. I think that it's really cool. Did carnivorous dinosaurs also swallow stones, or was it just the herbivores? I personally don't know of any carnivorous dinosaurs that did, honestly. I think you're mostly looking at herbivorous dinosaurs that would do something like that. Wild World, thank you so much for the donation, dude. I appreciate that. Also, welcome. Very much appreciated, man. All right. I do need some water, though. Some water is quite needed, but I don't want to stay in the desert. Many interpretations of Godzilla someday. That'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. Why is my light alarming me? When did I tell you to do this? Sorry, I had to share my grievance with chat. Oh. If dragons were real, what clade do you think they would belong to? Oh, dude, I have no idea. I'm not nearly knowledgeable enough about it. Did that snake just die? That snake just died. Somebody probably killed it earlier. But yeah, I have no idea. Alexander Ludwig, what's the most bird-looking bird out of all of the birds? We'll go with the sparrow. Or a pigeon. Gotta go, Dino Guy. See you soon. Have a great stream. Thank you. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for hanging out. Much appreciated. Should also make sure that I'm keeping an eye on the whoopsies. Okay, we've been going for an hour. We can go for a bit longer, I'm sure. At the very least, get some water and try to be fully grown, you know? Meep is the birdiest bird. Yeah. Some carnivorous marine reptiles use gastroliths. Yes, they did. I know that some plesiosaurs have been found with gastroliths. I'm just not too... Well, actually, do you consider chickens a carnivore? Chickens are more like omnivores, but I know that chickens swallow gastroliths. I'm sure that there were some carnivorous dinosaurs that did. I'm not aware of any discoveries of them. Most folks just talk about the herbivorous dinosaurs that have been found with gastroliths. What if I did a room tour? I'm sure I could do that at some point. I'm not sure when though. I don't have that impressive of an office or a collection. It will be impressive soon though. I got some cool stuff coming up. When you think about a lesser known marine reptile, what would it be? A lesser known marine reptile. I would like to say something like globidens. I mean, like, you know, everybody knows mosasaurs, of course, but I don't think people quite know, like, the individual mosasaurs that are separated from other types of mosasaurs. So globidens is a cool one because of its different dentition. It's got these really rounded teeth that might have been perfect for, like, crushing through, you know, things with armor. So I often think of that one, I think. Have I heard of prior extinction? Yes, I do. All right, well, we got water, at the very least. What is my favorite Cenozoic animal? There's a lot of Cenozoic animals that I'm a fan of. Technically speaking, the Cenozoic goes into the modern day. So you could even, like, name modern day animals with that. But I really like Paraceratherium. It's a really, really fantastic animal. What is the largest figure in your collection? The super colossal Spinous. No, the Hammond collection Brachiosaurus, probably. That thing is quite large. In terms of, like, weight, which one is the heaviest? It's probably my Argentinosaurus from Holongood. That is huge. Biologically speaking, the only dragons that would work would be either considered plesiosaurs, pterosaurs, or something like E.G. Essentially just the wyverns. Yeah, because of the whole four limbs thing. The six-limbed dragons are biologically way less likely than a four-limbed dragon. There are no vertebrates with more than four limbs. Okay, I'm sure we could start, like, making our way to the redwoods or something. There's usually a lot of people at the redwoods, so I don't know how much of a good idea that is, but we'll go for it, I guess. I don't know how much longer I'm able to stream for. I have a lecture later today, so I got to make sure I don't go over time. A tail is a limb, right? No. Am I the only one who says Spinosaurus had lips like every theropod? Oh, no, you're not. I say that too. Although I will say that it is becoming, like, there is a case to be said for lipless Spinosaurus because of the interdigitating teeth that have been found on Spinosaurus mirabilis. Interlocking teeth. That make it a little bit less likely that lips were present, but I still argue that lips are still very much possible. And especially for, like, other Spinosaurids. There's a little Dimetrodon Milleri down there. Look at him go. Little Dilophosaurus, or Dimetrodon Milleri. Did I say Dilophosaurus last time? I hope not. What are your thoughts about people believing the dinosaurs aren't real? Oh man, that is always a really fun topic to get sucked into. It's just wild to me that people think that all of the governments of the world can't agree on anything. But the one thing they agree on is that they have to fake dinosaurs. It's frustrating. You got Dinosaur Sanctuary? Nice. Book 1. It's a great series. I'm really liking it. BioBuild Studios has a replica of Globidin's skull, right? Yes, they do. It's very nice. They always do really nice work. Procoptodon is underrated from the Pleistocene. I agree. Procoptodon is cool. Kangaroos are just cool in general. Marsupials are just cool in general. How can you not love something like a Procoptodon? The one argument that people who say dinosaurs aren't real is, nuh-uh. Yeah, it's especially with like the launch of the Artemis 2 mission. Like the biggest response for people, or not really response, but like the way that they think is like, oh, I don't understand how something works, and so it must be fake. And that is the most frustrating. Like, it's frustrating that a lot of those people have easy access to to put their voice out there, so we get to hear all about it, because there's so many people who don't understand how things work, and instead of actually doing their research and trying to learn about it, they just decide to sit down and say, oh, that doesn't make any sense, so it's probably fake. That goes for astronomy and paleontology both. It's really, really frustrating, and I am really frustrated about it after the Artemis 2 launch. Because it's like you can never actually show them any evidence or anything, or you can't explain to them why it does make sense that something works. It's like that whole T-Rex wings thing. The thing that bugs me the most about T-Rex wings is that the people who compare it to like ostrich arms, for example, they don't do their due diligence to understand why ostrich arms look the way that they do. They don't even look close enough to realize that ostrich arms are distinct from T-Rex arms, and so it's not a good comparison. Like the ostrich arms, they're fused together, whereas T-Rex arms, like the hand is fused together, whereas T-Rex hands are not fused together. Not to mention, for everybody who thinks that T-Rex had wings, T-Rex does not have a keel, which is like an extra like projection essentially on its chest that is an attachment point for flight muscles, which is something that flying animals like birds have. And T-Rex does not have it. But people don't do enough research. All they do is read a post on Reddit or something and say, oh, yeah, people are probably wrong. And then they go and spread misinformation on the internet. It's really, really frustrating. How do we know that synapsids are former mammals? They're not quite mammals. They're a more accurate word is stem mammals. They are a group that eventually saw the rise of mammals. The reason why we know that they eventually saw the rise of mammals is because of that fenestra that you can see right behind their eye. That is something that mammals have, though it's a lot more modified in mammals. It kind of like modified its, like instead of being on the side of the skull, it's kind of like horizontal with the skull facing outward. But that is something that's known as a synapomorphy, which is kind of like an evolutionary trait that was passed on. Early synapsids have it, and thus so do later synapsids. That doesn't mean that, we're always going to have something like that. Sometimes it might get modified to look like something else. But if you can trace the evolutionary history back far enough, then you can still accurately identify those animals. Spot on. It's like trying to explain the difference between bird-hipped and reptile-hipped animals. Bird-hipped and reptile-hipped. It certainly is raining, too. What's my favorite early mammal? Ooh. What is my favorite early mammal? I really like... Didelphodon. I mean, like, Didelphodon's probably, like, an easy answer, but I quite like Didelphodon. Holy moly. I certainly have to keep my eyes out for anything that might want to take a piece out of me. We're really close to being fully grown, though. We're almost there. Throwing down. A bipedal 1-2 punch combo, finishing with a stomp. Deals heavy damage and bleed, causes forward momentum when you... Okay. I'm going to get that. Sounds quite useful. If you don't know, there's a Lego Spino skin mod in Jurassic World Evolution 3, and I know you love Lego Spino. Oh, yeah. I might get that at some point. I typically wait to mod the Jurassic World Evolution games. Like, I wait until like after they've stopped adding DLCs. Look at that. Trampling feet gain 2 times trample damage. Group members are now immune to your trample damage. Oh, that'd be fun. Pulverize, of course. Armored rear. Damage and status effect inflicted to your tail and back legs are reduced by 25%. I'm sure that would be kind of useful. Right, yeah. Okay, well, we'll leave that for now. Would you play Prior Extinction or make a video about it someday? I plan on making a video about it eventually. I don't know when yet, but at some point I do plan on that. There's something back there making some noise. Dinosaur deniers would rather believe in dragons and giants. Yeah, exactly. It's just wild to me that there's actually folks out there who will just fight tooth and nail to tell you that it's fake, and somehow, especially everybody who works in the field, like we're all just making it up. Oh. Hello. That's quite majestic. It's so cool to just see Brachiosaurus just walking around all over the place. When will the stream end? Probably here, maybe in a half an hour or so. I do need to make sure that I end it before my lecture starts. So I gotta make sure I'm keeping an eye on time. Man, we are huge. Oh, Tanystropheus is... They're so much smaller than me. It's gorgeous. This is really cool. There's something really majestic about sauropods. Like, imagine seeing something like that in real life. That would be something. Dinosaur denialists could literally be transported back in time and meet a T-Rex face to face, and they would still believe that dinosaurs aren't real. I agree. Ever seen a giraffe? Giraffes are impressive, of course, but not quite on the same level as sauropods. Sauropods are just several neck vertebrae, multi-ton animals, real-life kaijus, essentially. There was something very interesting about sauropods. Why do we have honking Asdarchids now and everything? Because it's awesome. I love honking Asdarchids. That's canon to me. I love whenever an Asdarchid shows up and I hear it honking. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. That's exactly how I picture it. So I'm glad that we get a lot of that. Okay. Usually there again, like I said beforehand, there's usually a lot of people in the redwoods. So I am a little bit nervous going into here, but I mean, we're already like we're probably gonna have to end the stream soon. Don't know when, but soon. Hey, I'm super interested in dinosaurs and the whole Mesozoic era, and I love your videos. They're so informative and interesting. Plus, you're incredibly nice. You're a huge role model for me. Oh, I appreciate it. I'm really glad that you enjoy the videos as well. Thank you for watching them. Honk, so beautiful. it's it's true. It's very beautiful. um, do you think there were dinosaurs that could talk like parrots? Maybe. That's always a tricky subject because we haven't found the proper organs that allow birds to talk, or the proper structures. Birds have something that's known as a syrinx. That's what allows them to make these really crazy noises, like talking in some species. We have yet to find that in a non-bird dinosaur, so we currently just don't know if they were able to do that. All we've ever found so far are larynxes, like pieces of the laryngeal structures. And again, that's not what birds use to talk or whatnot. I mean, like it's part of it, but again, we just don't know yet. I'm sure it's possible. We just don't know yet. No joke. Someone literally leaked the surviving Earth. Oh no! Look it up. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna try to avoid that. I want to see the first, like the trailer when it officially comes out. But I'm excited for that. I am very excited to see a little bit more from Surviving Earth. I'm very excited for that documentary. What time period did Tanystropheus live in? It lived in the Triassic. Assuming cows are around the 33-meter long, 105-ton estimate, and bulls are larger, who would win, a pack of Mapusaurus or an Argentinosaurus bull? I guess it depends on how many Mapusaurs there are. I'm sure there's a lot of other variables as well that go into that. I'm not too good at the versus questions, so I'm not going to be able to give you a satisfying answer. Your dad has a scholarship named after him now. Really? That's got to be quite the honor. Assume there are 10 to 15 of them. I don't know. Maybe the Mapusaurs. Again, it depends on the situation. There's a lot of variables that go into animal fights. No animal fight is 100%. I can eat mud. Much like the, what was it? There was something else that was eating mud. I can't remember what. I forget, have you read Raptor Red? I asked because I'm currently rereading it. Inaccurate, but still good. I started reading it like a year ago, and I still have yet to finish it. It's on my list, but I have like a really huge reading list of things I got to finish. So hopefully I'll get to it at some point. It was good, though, from the little bit that I read. What's the evidence for lips? So the main thing that's important to remember with lips is that lips seem to be the standard for tetrapods. They also, like in theropods specifically, or mainly, there are little holes in their skull that would be the place where nerves would supply blood into the lips. And a lot of them, of course, have space for lips. One of the biggest pieces of evidence for somebody inviting me to be a baby. I'll go and reject it right now. We're probably going to end here pretty soon anyway. There was a recent study done on Daspletosaurus teeth where they kind of like sliced the teeth up into thin little sections to look at the wear that was done on the teeth. And the wear was consistent of teeth that would be covered up by some form of soft tissue. Um, Teeth that are typically exposed would have a lot more wear on them because they're exposed to more of the elements. And so because these teeth were in like a really good condition, there's reason to believe that at the very least Daspletosaurus was lipped, and by extension there's a lot of reason to believe that other theropods were lipped as well. I picked up a scarab beetle, by the way. I didn't even know there were scarab beetles in the game. I really wish you could see it in its mouth, but yeah, I picked it up. I guess I can swallow it, but I don't want to do that. I want to take it with me. I saw your video where you showcased the fossils Minecraft mod, and I wasn't keeping up. And I wasn't keeping up the great work. And I wasn't keeping. And I wasn't keep up the great work. Oh, okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm bad at reading. I'm sorry. I got a bit choked up when it was announced for sure. That is awesome, dude. That is seriously really awesome. Do you think that ankylosaurs would have had an ecology much like modern day hippos? We certainly need more research done on like the environmental relationships of ankylosaurs with other animals in their environment, and of course their environment in general. But I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. The way they're kind of built, again, I wouldn't really be surprised. I don't know if it'd be like full blown hippo, but I'm sure it's possible. The not so many interpretations of Sebekids would be fire. That would be kind of fire. Well, we've probably been fully grown for a while, but we are officially fully grown. Let's look at some of these skins also. I would like to see some of these skins. Let's find a good place to hide. We'll check out these skins. What happened to the last stream a few hours ago? Oh yeah, for some reason when I like tried to schedule the stream for like 2 p.m. my time, it for some reason scheduled it for like a few hours too early, which is obviously not what I wanted. So I tried to change it. I tried to change the schedule. For some reason it wouldn't let me, so I just had to delete the stream altogether and just start a new one, which is the stream that you're watching right now. Okay, let's check out these skins. This is a really cool mod. I quite like it. All right, let's see here. What do we got? Oh, that's cool. It's got like red and green, kind of like the Jurassic Park 3 Brachiosaurus. Amberwood, huh? Shattered. Nice, nice. Tropical. Cool. Melanistic. Royal. Oh, I like Royal. Yeah, we might try to do Royal. Spectre. Sunrise. Cool, cool. Leucistic. And Boreal. Oh, Boreal's pretty cool. I think I'm going to go with the Royal, though. I really like the way that looks. Not enough marks. Oh, yeah, you're right. For some reason, I was, like, flipping these. I don't know why. So I can't do Royal. Never mind, then. I already have... What options are there with this? It's not bad. I like sauropods with somewhat brighter colors, especially after Tess Gallagher's recent research on diplodocid melanosomes, indicating that sauropods might have been a little bit more colorful than we previously thought. Not sure what I'm liking here. Blue stripes are always really cool, of course. What's the evidence of albino dinosaurs? We have no evidence for albino dinosaurs, but there probably was albino dinosaurs. Albinism is present on most animals. So it was probably present on most animals in the past as well. I can't tell if I'm making it better or worse. I'm opting for worse. All right, let's see. I can also. I got that one. What options do I have with this one? Yeah, I don't know. Nothing was quite on the same level as you know, this one right here, the Royal. I guess we got to save up for that. I got to get like quite a few new marks. Hopefully we can at least get close to that before the end of the stream. Swallow the beetle, I guess. Okay, cicada molt. Collect 10 cicada molts. Oh, where are those? I've never seen a cicada molt. That must be one of those new things they added. Did you know that sauropods walked and ran like modern-day hippos? Would you describe Allosaurus as a lion or a honey badger? It likely filled a niche that was a little bit similar to lions as opposed to honey badgers. Do you know a person named Paleorex? He makes realistic paleo art. Would love to see you review one of his books. The two he made are named Snapshot from Prehistory and Dinosaur Profiles from the Lost World. Yeah, oh, hello. I've certainly heard of Paleorex, and there's like quite a bit of controversy with paleo. You'll get there someday, little guy. Someday, you'll be as large as me, assuming you survive. Some just bite at me? I heard a little bite sound. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I just want some water. That's all I want. Someone's gonna jump out and attack me. I hear thumping from some direction. I think right ahead of me. If the Fossils and Archaeology mod added time travel, would you ever want to start a new series called Prehistoric Park? I could, I'm sure. Oh, hello! Hello, other Brachiosaurus. Please don't attack me. You got it. You can get out. There you go. Okay. Did theropods hunt sauropods similar to lions hunting elephants? With the millions of years that theropods and sauropods coexisted, it probably happened at some point. Oh, cicada. I saw a cicada. Are they in these? I can eat. Okay, that's a scarab beetle. Where did I see this? The cicada. Oh, there it is on the tree. Oh, there they are. Cicada molt. Oh, that is so cool. If only I was a smaller creature so I can look at them. But yeah, let's collect that. Okay, so they're just on the trees. Gotcha. Some trees, probably. Pick up the cicada. Pick it up. Can I see it? No, it doesn't look like it. All right, cicada. Free to go. I am now in possession with my old Allosaurus, the Ballad of Big Al VHS tape. Oh, that's awesome. I need to find my original VHS tapes of Walking with Dinosaurs. Actually, it's called Prehistoric Planet because I have the American version that was narrated by Ben Stiller, the one that censored all of the gore. Ugh. I just need to find more cicadas. I really want to get more marks because I'd like to get that skin. That's actually a thing. I thought it was a joke thing. No, that was actually a thing. That was the again, that was the copy I had when I was growing up. It was a VHS tape and it was called Prehistoric Planet. Not to be confused with the new Prehistoric Planet. And yeah, it was narrated by Ben Stiller, which is interesting. And yeah, they censored a lot of things in it. So much so that when I eventually saw the real version, I was kind of shocked with how violent the real version got sometimes. I hear a mipe off in the distance, all screaming and whatnot. I'm just looking for cicadas, man. I just need 5 more. Some lychees. I have Walking with Dinosaurs BBC on DVD, and my Nana recorded it on Discovery Channel on VHS tapes. They have the old commercials recorded and everything. I wish I knew where they were. That's so fun though. Like seeing the old commercials, that would have to like send you back, like upon watching that. I love seeing commercials, like old commercials that I used to see all the time when I was a child. It's like, oh my gosh, it like reminds me of simpler times, even though they're advertising to children sometimes, depending on the channel, of course. No, there's a Hatsegopteryx over there, maybe with a concavenator. Kind of looks like a concavenator. Hard to tell from this distance though. I'm not finding any more cicadas. This is kind of frustrating. I just need 5. I can almost just walk through this. I see those commercials on TikTok every once in a while. Yeah, they're always so fun. Nostalgia is a real dangerous drug. I think that's a Sarcosuchus laying over there. Oh, did the Hatsegopteryx kill the concavenator? What's it eating? Yeah, I think it got it. Yeah, that is definitely a concavenator. Ramphorhynchus. Oh, hello, Allosaurus anax. How goes it? I am huge now. I really hope that that means that most anything won't attack me. What is this? This is breaking my immersion. What is this doing here? My immersion. No. Oh, there's another Brachiosaur. Nice, nice, nice. I just want cicadas. I did, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, milk cap mushrooms. I forgot about that. There's the mipe, Macrothorax. You think you'll play sauropods more now? Yeah, probably. I like sauropods. They're always really fun. Sarcosuchus. Grouping by. Again, I might be ending the stream soon, so I'm gonna just be on the safe side. Oh my, there'd be a fight going on over here. Get him, Mike. Get him. Get him. Get him. Oh, against the tree. Come on. Come on, you got him. It's a young Caprasuchus. You got this. Caprasuchus is running back in. Oh. Okay. Come on. Oh. Mipe used its claws. They're now running in circles. Whoa. Oh. The Mipe is backing up against a tree, which is probably a smart move overall. Makes it a little bit more dangerous. There's little guys jumping over here, like a Rhamphorhynchus jumping with, what is that, a Psittacosaurus? Yeah, Psittacosaurus here as well. Come on, Capro. Come on, Capro. Well, I mean, come on, Mipe. I forgot. I was on the team of, I was on team. No! All right, well. Pseudotsuchians pull ahead again. Nice. Uh-oh. Don't try it, guys. Come on. Don't try it. They're trying it. They're trying it. They're trying it. I got my tail ready. Oh, shoot. Don't do that. Ah! Come on. Come on. Really? Nothing? Come on. Come on. Oh, that one's hurt. That one's kind of hurt, I think. Okay. 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 Really? 3 of you guys? You couldn't just leave it at 2? I aimed that improperly. There's no way I'm winning this, that's for sure. But I'm gonna hurt them as bad as I can, at the very least. Just might as well. All right. That is a fantastic place to stop. Ending it on a high note, you know. But yeah, I do have to go right now because, of course, I do have things that I got to do. But how unfortunate was that, by the way? I think that like one theropod just came in like, oh, I'm gonna help these guys. Classic Path of Titans, am I right? But yeah, thank you all so much for watching today's stream. It was awesome hanging out with you guys. Next stream should be on Thursday as well. I'm going to try to keep that consistent schedule of keeping it on, you know, Thursdays, roughly the same time that I went live today, which was what, around 2 p.m. Mountain Time or something like that. So yeah, thank you all so much for just hanging around. It was awesome. I really like the Brachiosaurus. The Brachiosaurus, I think, turned out really nice. Like, I think it's got a very nice model overall. The animations are really cool too. Thank you so much, Wild World, for the donation. I really appreciate that. And yeah, everyone have an awesome day.